Marshmallows! Today I'm doing a vlog that's a little bit outside of what I normally do for a vlog. I'm going to be reviewing a book. I do review manga and anime series. This is a novel and it's a little bit different to kind of stuff I normally review, so I hope you guys find this really interesting. First up, this book is called Bite Marks by C.J Galaway. She is a friend of my boyfriend's and also a friend of mine. When she released her book series, we purchased her book and I couldn't wait to read it. It's all about vampires and how they live in modern day, essentially. The storyline is absolutely amazing and I'm going to be talking to you guys a little bit about this book. So main character Angela is a typical young woman. She's an adult entertainer and she's just living a normal life really in a big city, and she's a little bit bored of general life. She just goes on with it from day to day. She meets a very interesting character at a bar one evening and so the story begins. First question is, what do I think about the main character? Angela, to me, she seems like stereotypical fun-loving character. I found her really intriguing, especially in terms of her character development. As I read further into the book, I definitely started to see things from her perspective and started to feel the feelings that she felt, essentially, and that's how strong C.J Galaway's writing style is, that you really start to feel the emotions of the main characters. Her character development throughout the book is absolutely amazing, from her transformation from this young woman into, well, something so much more. And my next question to answer is were there specifically any characters that really stood out to me? I felt that Amanda really grabbed my attention to start off, really, from the moment she appeared in the book. She's a very sexy, confident character and she's just one of those characters you're like, whoa, that's a real woman kind of thing. No offense to anyone saying that. Anyway, just a downright amazing character, and she's definitely something not human about her, though you guys will learn a bit more about that later on. When you discover a lot more about her past in the book and throughout the storyline, you begin to understand more about how she treats other characters and responses to certain situations. She's a very deep character, even though she might not at first come across in that way. Okay, so the next question is, was the book different from what I'd expected? Well, I was gifted the book by my boyfriend Ghost, and I at the time had been reading a lot of vampire fiction and fantasy, a little bit of erotica as well. So when he gave me the book, he was like, there's strippers and there's vampires in this book. To be honest, I was sold. There were strippers and vampires. I was like, oh great, this is going to be amazing. So I read the book and it by far exceeded my expectations. It's an absolutely amazing piece. It's very, very unique, and it just shows how vampires can adapt to modern day, but also the dangers of being a vampire in modern day too. You know, there's still vampire slayers out there and vampire hunters. Just because it's modern day doesn't mean there aren't those kind of people around. But yeah, this book has by far exceeded my expectations, and I couldn't put anything really bad against it, to be honest. So the next question is, was the time period really suiting for the story, and was it effective in its use? I would say yes, because the time period for this book kind of works well with the characters' personalities, their interests and their lifestyles. You couldn't really do it in another time period. It also makes the book, which, well, to me this is an amazing discovery, to find a book that's essentially a vampire novel that makes vampires seem realistic and believable. So my favourite scene from this book is more than a scene really, it's more of a section of the book because it takes up more than just one scene, kind of covers a few areas. It's, spoiler alert by the way, Angela's transitioning into a vampire. The way it's been written and the way it's done is, well, realistic. It just, C.J Galaway does not put a vampire transformation across as something oh, glamorous and beautiful and clean. It's not clean. It's dirty, it's gross, it's disgusting, and it's amazing. She's made the transformations come across as something a bit more realistic than just getting bitten on the neck and that's it. It's very, very different to anything I've read before. I don't want to give you guys too much information on that though, because I want you to read it for yourselves. Okay, so what's my favourite thing about the book? You guys are probably waiting for me to say this, because I referred to the term erotica earlier on in the review. The sexual tension. She keeps you on edge. C.J Galaway, she teases you and gives you little snippets of sexual tension to really wind you up throughout the book. And I absolutely love that. So what did I like the least about the book? There's not really something I don't like. I loved the book. I really enjoyed it. A little nagging thing was I felt that Angela's transformation and her decision to become a vampire was very, very quick. But then as I read further on to the book, I realised that her transformation, while it was really key to the plotline, it wasn't the major plot of the storyline, so it didn't need to be something that was in the middle of the book. It needed to be something that was at the beginning. So at the beginning, when I first started reading the book, I was like, oh, it's a little bit of a niggle for me, but as I got further along, it didn't really bother me, so I realised, okay, I can see why she's done this, it makes sense now. So there's really nothing at the end after reading the entire book that I don't like, other than the fact that I want to read more. And yeah, but that's a not like, that's a great like, because I want to read more. So yeah, so my final impression really from the book, it's a very sexy, fun and adventurous book. I'm really, really impressed with it, and I, to be honest, cannot wait to read more of her creations. And I have got another review to do for her second book, which I cannot wait to do. And yeah, it's just an amazing, sexy and fun book. That's all I have to say really on it, and it's by far exceeded any expectations I've had of it. And the fact that she's made vampires feel real. She's made them very, very realistic and believable, and I feel like that's a huge point for her book in positives. Another point I would like to make is that the character development is always on par. Her characters always have something you can relate to from yourself, and her, well, her writing style is just extremely addictive. Once you start reading, you will not want to put the book down. So how would I rate this book and would I recommend it? I would rate this book a 10 out of 10, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who loves vampire novels or just wants something a little bit different to read. So I really hope you guys enjoyed my review of Bite Marks. It's a little bit different to what I normally film, and I hope to do a few different things for my channel. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye! Yeah.